Hey, my Liptons. So, I wanted to do this video um about teen shows and my particularly favorite ships. So, I was like, you know what? I was thinking about it and I was like, you know what? Let me just get it out the way. Let me just get out the way. So, I want to do my best and I want to do my worst. So, this is not going to be in order. It's not going to be in order. It's not going to be, this is my best, this is my worst. It's going to be all over the place. So these are some ships that have been endgame, and these are others where they weren't endgame, which is kind of pissing me off. But you know what? They are the general public's choice, and the people feel like they should have been endgame. So that's all that matters. At the end of the day, they're endgame in our hearts. Okay? All right. So let's go. And remember, there's not an order. So, all right. Arya and Jason. Let me tell you something. I ship these two. I ship these two. And listen, after, as I get older and stuff like that, like at the time, I had no problem with Arya and Ezra, but like I know people brought up the fact that how Pretty Little Liars, they romanticized and glorified the teacher student relationships and that sort of thing, and how problematic that was. Well, I had no issue with Arya and Ezra, but Arya and Jason were also very hot. Like, we gotta be honest. Like, the way Jason would just look at Arya and that sort of thing, I was like, listen. And then when I found out in season 7, when they finally gave us what we needed, saying that Arya actually slept with Jason, I said, yes, God, okay? I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. So, I wouldn't have minded if they were endgame. I definitely ship them. Like, he wants some Arya. He wants some Arya, and Arya wants some of him. So, but yeah, I really liked Arya and well, Jaria. That's their ship name. Um, Caleb and Hannah. I love these two, and I'm glad that they were endgame. What I didn't like, and I'm gonna get to Spencer. I didn't like how they put Spencer and Caleb together. I thought it was very weird. Um, Hannah and Caleb were cute. I enjoyed them together. I knew that they were soulmates since the beginning. I was a hard shipper. They had their problems, but I'm glad they got through it. But definitely a Caleb shipper. So glad that they were endgame. Toby and Spencer. I love Spoby. I love uh Spencer's and Toby's relationship because I also think it's also complex. That's what I enjoyed about it. I will say I'm gonna get to I probably might do another video tomorrow on um on my worships. So I'm gonna get to that, but like the writers did a huge mistake by putting Spencer and Caleb together during that brief time. I find it so weird, but yeah, definitely Toby and Spencer shipper. I'm glad that they were endgame too. For a second, I thought that Toby was gonna end up with that woman. What's her name? Yvonne. And I actually did a Snapchat. Oh my gosh, I did a Snapchat about it when I was in college. Hopefully I can share it on my YouTube channel about how angry I was when Toby proposed to her. I was like, oh my God, Toby, I hate you so much. But thank God, Toby and Spencer ended up together because I thought that they were a beautiful couple. Love them. Y'all already know. Y'all already know. Y'all already know. I talked about Klaus and Caroline on my channel previously. Y'all know that I believe my wholeheartedly that Klaus and Caroline should have been endgame. I don't care what you girls say, especially you Stereoline people under my comment section. Y'all love to go off on me. Y'all love to do that. Y'all love to, you know, just be like, oh, well, no, well, Klaus was toxic. Okay, what is Stefan? Stefan was also toxic as well, okay? Stefan be going on whole ripper benches, and I don't care about turning off humanity. I don't care about that because that's just an excuse. But I will say, and this is why I added this quote under the Klaus and Caroline picture here, that it's not a crime what you can. It's not it's not a crime to love what you cannot explain. And I think that Klaus said that because Caroline was very like Caroline was in denial about um what her feelings for Klaus a lot, and she was just not understanding why she just was attracted to him. And and I think that Caroline needed to have those children in order to be like, and because Caroline at the time didn't understand like her connection to twins, that she's like, even though yeah, she was carried them for 9 months, but it's like it's not biologically hers. Yes. So Klaus was basically saying like, listen, the same way you love those kids is the same way you love me. It's not a crime to love things that you cannot explain. So, and it's still something that she cannot explain, but there's nothing wrong with that at the end of the day. So yeah, definitely Klaus and Caroline shipper. They should have been endgame. Julie Plec and her tired ass stooges have teased us with Caroline for years but never gave us them. So it's like they use them for marketing, but when it comes to everything else, they don't want to they didn't want to make them canon or endgame or whatever. So yeah, Klaus and Caroline are endgame. Period. Stephanie and Elena, y'all already know. Y'all already know. I believe as well, like the same with Caroline. I think that I think that Stefan and Elena were meant to be together. I thoroughly enjoyed Stefan and Elena's relationship in season 1 and season 2. I thought that they were just amazing. I thought that Stefan was good to her. I thought that Elena was deeply in love with him, and I bought into it. So it's like, obviously, when they went through their hiccups in season 3 and season 4, like I didn't mind it because I was like, listen, at the end of the day, they have to give us something. It can't just be lovey dovey all the time. It's like, you got to give us a new storyline. So, but I do wish they should have ended up being endgame. Like and I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get to my worships video because there's gonna be a lot more information. This is gonna be much more of a shorter video because it's just me simping in this video. So I'm gonna get to like the ships which I disliked wholeheartedly, but I definitely believe that Stefan and Elena should have been endgame. Period. Bae and Emmy from Switch That Birth. Let me tell y'all guys something right now. For the life of me, even though I will say this, people are gonna be like, yo, Emmett and a Bae, like, yes, you were beautiful, but like they had a lot of problems, and I don't dispute that. Y'all already know, like, I do not like cheaters, so it's like, when Emmett cheated on Bae, it really was just like, wow, like you really tried that, and I'm glad that she was like, listen, I need some space. Like, you need to get away from me. We're done. We're good. And I'm happy that Bae took that. But I still wish that they should have. And they obviously got back together again. It's like they broke up, they got back together again. They broke up, they got back together again. But I still feel like they should have been in game. I don't care. Like, the fact that she had him with Travis, it was like, ew. They had Bae with Travis. With Travis, out of all people on that show. Travis. That whole relationship was weird. It was weird. It was awkward. And on top of that, Travis was very, very competitive when it came to how Bae was with Emmett compared to him. And I'm going to get to that in the next videos. But yeah, I believe that Bae and Emmett should have been together because I think Bae definitely grew when she was with Emmett, and Emmett definitely grew when he was with Bae. So yeah, I definitely love them as a couple. So let me go to the next one. I think this is the last one. Last but not freaking least. Wow, wow, wow. We need to give this particular ship it's just due. This ship is amazing. This ship is endgame. I don't care what y'all say. This ship is canon. And let me tell you guys something right now. The actors Trina McGee and Ryder Strong, to this day they still do interviews together. They do conventions together. You never see Ryder Strong with with the actor from Girl Meets World, Katie, whatever her name is. I don't know the actress's name. You never seen them with her. He's always seen with Trina McGee because he knows. He knows. Well, both of them know that they are the most popular ship. People wanted them to be Endgame at the end of the day. Okay, people wanted them to be Endgame. People wanted this because this ship was very iconic, very progressive, and the writers dropped the ball in Boy Meets World towards the end, the ending season of this. They knew that, they felt like Sean and Angela was going to surpass Corey and Topanga, which I personally think that they did. And they were like, you know what, let's just sabotage this relationship at the end. Let's make her go with her father only for 1 year. And that's the part I don't understand. It's only for 1 year. You mean it's only for 1 year? Sean can't wait for a year to wait for his girlfriend to come back? Either way, and according to, and this is not, I'm not just talking for myself. Go look at the polls. Go look at what people are saying on Twitter. Go look at the articles. People are pro Sean and Angela without a shadow of a doubt. Period. We need to be honest about it. So I feel like at the end of the day, we have no other choice for this to be the best, last, the last, but certainly not the least. Okay, best for last. Sean and Angela are iconic. I recommend you guys to only go watch their scenes on, if you guys have Disney Plus, because I think Angela comes in season 5, if I'm not mistaken. So if you guys want to skip all that, 1 to 4 and go straight to 5, because that's where the tea is, I suggest you guys do that. Yeah, they should have been Endgame. It is what it is. They should have been Endgame, and I thought that it would have sent a good message for them to be Endgame. Honestly, instead of doing what they did. Honestly, had they just left it the way it was with Boy Meets World, like her leaving, okay. Even though I'm upset about it, but it was like, okay, whatever. They ended the show like that. But yeah, brought in Girl Meets World. Yeah, brought in Trina McGee only for her to be disrespected, her character to be disrespected by those two little children, because y'all wanted Sean to be with Katie so damn bad, and it's just like, no. Do you know? First of all, do you know the impact that Angela has had on Sean Hunter's life? The things that she's done for him. So it's like, I didn't like the disrespect, and I'm gonna get to that when it comes to my worships video, because it's like we need to go really into detail about what these writers have done to these iconic ships, just like basically building them up and just tearing them back down. And I think that's just whack. I think that's just whack to me. I think it's whack. I think it's corny. And people see through that clearly, because people still find Sean and Angela to be the superior couple, and that should have been Endgame. And they are Endgame in our hearts. In our hearts and souls. So at the end of the day, those are my favorite ships and Endgames. Tell me what you guys' favorite ships are. Like, do you guys enjoy any of my ships? Do you guys have any ships that you guys particularly like? Please put it in the comment section below. Let's get the discussion popping. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye, my Liptons.